Hey, what's going on, team? It's Ricky with TechBot Solutions. Hope that you guys are all having an amazing day. The market opens in just a little bit over a minute. And this is one of our free live trading sessions. You guys absolutely killed it. And the last one that we had at the end of October. And we wanted to surprise you just like you guys all requested for a mid-November live trading session. We normally only host these at the end of every single month, but if you would like us to still host the one at the end of November, all we ask you to do, if it doesn't require too much of your time, is to simply drop a thumbs up and make sure that you guys subscribe to the YouTube channel. So I'm going to start sharing my screen just so you guys can see exactly what it is that we have going on today. Again, market opens in about 1 minute. PTON, I have my list of stocks ready, simply the ones that I've been paying attention to, and I'm really excited to bring you guys along to kind of give you guys a taste of what the Learn Plan Profit group gets to experience every single day. So throughout this video, at any time, if you feel like you are ready to join our Learn Plan Profit team and you want to be able to watch me trade live every single day, you guys could refresh your screens right now, and the first link down below, if I'm not mistaken, in the description will offer you $50 off only for the first 10 people. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. So we have 20 seconds till market open, and it should be a fun time. We should be live for about 30 to 45 minutes. And throughout this video, again, all we ask you to do is to drop a thumbs up. So, all right, here we go. Shout headphone users. We got 5 seconds left. A lot of consolidation right below the 1900 mark and holding above the middle VWAP. So let's see what we got going on here. Nice little push on /NQ, which means that TQs is pushing up as well. So TQs with a nice push. Let's see what we got going on. Can we break above the middle VWAP? Nice, nice. Here we go. Alrighty, let me double check this. All right, that was actually a really, really good push. So I'm gonna get this order ready. 50 shares. I'm gonna sell at market order. I'm just gonna get rid of it right now. Whoa, what the heck? Sell my position. All right, it sold it at 144,395, which seems about right from when I sent in the order. So I was afraid that we weren't going to be able to get in. But what's up? What's up? Good morning. Good morning. If you are tuning in for the first time, I want you to comment just so I could see your name. The more that you engage, right, in the live chat, the more I can become aware of who it is that you are, and again, be able to answer any questions that you might have. So yeah, these live trading sessions are to be able to watch me trade live, but one of the biggest values, let's be honest, is as you're learning how to trade, you're going to have questions. And what better way to get your questions answered than every single day when the market's open in real time, right? I mean, direct messages are great as well, but with this I can give you real world examples while the market is changing as well. So we got quite a bit of people. We got, let me see, we got George, we got Francisco, Spencer, is it Dimitri, Christian, Daisy, Stefano, we got Nicholas, Jason, the baddest, Bosch. What is that? All right, nice little pullback for the boys right here. All right, here we go. Pulling back, testing previous support level, so there's still not a break of pattern. What's going on, Sam? What's up? What's up? Is it Kunsa Steen? There we go. We got Tom, Henry. Oh, nice little pullback right here. Let's watch out for that. Let's see if we begin to make lower lows. What's going on, Jim? Well, altogether, I really do appreciate you guys on Friday the 13th. I don't know if you guys noticed that, but today is Friday the 13th, 2020 in November. So pretty cool to see. And I really do appreciate you guys waking up so early, especially if you're here in the West Coast, especially Hawaii, right? Or maybe you're on the other side of the world. But I appreciate you taking time out of your day, joining us. And if you have any questions throughout this video, I hope that I can do my part in answering it. Just know that there's quite a bit of people that most likely will be tuning in. So I'll try to the best of my ability to answer any questions that you might have. So let's go ahead and move on over to, where's my PTON position? So PTON is not doing too bad the last time I looked at it, and there it goes. Really aggressive pullback. Let's look at Tesla. Tesla with a nice little pullback as well. So pulling on back all the way down to 406. So it ain't looking too good right now for the overall market. So this is something that we have to pay really close attention to. As of right now, the overall market, again, there's three main focuses that I like to have. Overall direction, right? So let's be honest, it's much easier when the overall direction is in your favor. Consistent patterns. So what does that mean? Well, let me explain to you. right? This is real, right? /NQ. This was during like kind of the extended hours, and you could see that it was making higher highs and higher lows. It's almost perfect, right? Higher highs and higher lows. It's easy to identify the high points, the low points, the high points, the low points, the high points, the low points, and the high points. And with that consistency, with that direction, that's something that I personally want to partake in. I can buy the good deals and sell it for a profit. I can buy the good deals and sell it for a profit. I can buy the good deals and sell it for a profit. I could have tried to buy the good deal, and if there's a break of pattern, then I'll have to cut losses and manage my risk. Risk is inevitable. Like, you do have to cut losses, and it's a tough pill to swallow, but it's something that you need to get through your head. If you're someone that sucks at cutting losses, you just need to practice a little bit more. It does get easier over time. And what is one of the most, for everyone tuning in right now, and especially for our Learn Plan Profit members, how can it be easier for you to cut losses other than practicing? What is another way that you can begin to practice on how to manage your risk? What is it that you can do? How is it that, if you're learning how to trade, how could it be easier to cut losses? All right, paper trading, yep, simulation trading, but there's a specific way. Let's say that you are trading, and what is it that you can do to make it just a little bit easier? Position size. There we go. We got Nick, I think was the first one that said it. So position size, and this is something that is always super, like why would I want to trade less than what I have in my trading account? Because you're learning how to trade. Let's be honest, right? You are someone that is focused on learning how to trade. When you're learning how to play basketball, are you gonna start, is someone going to like put a bet on you that if you start making, for every shot that you take, they're going to bet $100, $500, $1,000? No, because again, you're focused on learning. So you might get lucky from time to time, but at the end of the day, you're building your list of best practices in which that you can scale. So one of the things that has at least had a huge influence, and you guys can let me know for those that are tuning on in allowing me to feel much more comfortable with what I'm trading, is my position size. Even when things go south, as they tend to do, right? You can, to the best of your ability, nicely, it's still a tough pill to swallow, but nicely be able to cut your losses when things are not looking like they're going according to plan. So it's a really good thing that we sold our position up here on TQs, because as of right now, /NQ is pulling on back. We got PTON finding a support level. I'm considering the idea of buying a little bit more PTON. So I think I'm going to give it a little bit more time. What do you guys think? Based off of yesterday's support level, right around 107 general range. So SQs is pushing up 100%. So SQs is pushing up right now as the market pulls back. PTON trying to find a support range, and based off of pre-market highs of almost 111, that's about 2.83%, so that's not anything crazy. And for those that don't understand the correlation, I know I trade ETFs. ETFs are not for everyone. I'm never here to convince you. But one of the things that I personally like about trading ETFs, if you don't know much about them, is one goes up when the other goes down. So if I pay attention to /NQ, and as this goes up, TQQQ goes up. So TQQQ is the one that follows /NQ versus SQQQ does the opposite. So now that the market is pulling back a little bit, then it would be SQs that begins to push up. And as you guys see right now, the market's beginning to push up or try to recover. It will most likely get rejected by the SMA line again. But as it tries to push up, right, guess what goes down? SQQQ. So it's really important to know this correlation. But as of right now, it's looking a little bit more promising for, oh, here we go. So anyone can help me through Instagram? What's going on, my guys? So, we're here live on YouTube for a reason, so we don't have to help you on Instagram. So just a little heads up on that. So check my movie. Oh my gosh. We got people promoting themselves. Just a little heads up. If you're not here for the live trading and you're here for your own agenda, I will easily block you. That's simple. So just a little heads up. Oh, here we go. So we got Leo with DPZ. Nice little ticker symbol. Ticker call out format. I like it. So DPZ. Here we go. So on the day, I don't see anything special. I'm sure on the, okay, so we have talked about this one because of the very consistent uptrend pattern. And for those that are tuned in for the first time, make it very simple, right? It's making higher highs and higher lows, the high points, low points, high points, low points, high points, the ascending support level, which is pretty much the SMA line, which is the simple moving average. What used to act as a support range is now acting as a resistance. As you guys can see, this SMA line that used to be where this overall pattern would bounce is now where it's getting rejected. So if anything, it got rejected last time and it just recently pushed up. It's testing the support level at the EMA line, but it pushed up, it touched the SMA line, and now it would make sense that we might potentially get rejected. So just a little heads up on that. I would set my alerts here, and if you see a breakout pattern and it begins to break below that specific ticker, I would not personally hesitate to cut losses on that position or just hold back, right? That's the amazing thing about the stock market is you are the final decision maker on where you choose to put your money. It's that simple, right? Like no one, at the end of the day, no one should ever try to convince you where it's the best opportunity, because that's what we do, right? We take advantage of intraday opportunities, or if you're a, swing trader or an investor, it is your criteria that must be met every single time. If you're throwing your money at something and you don't understand what it is that you're getting yourself into, then that's when you're going to run into trouble. You might get lucky a couple of times, 100%, right? But at the end of the day, we're not here just to get lucky from time to time. We're here to focus on consistency. And that's, I think, our main focus within our Learn Plan Profit group, right? It's to encourage you to be consistent. And that's why we show up every single day to trade live, to hold you accountable and provide you with updates on overall market conditions. So I will temporarily block you or permanently ban you if needed. I like that Ish here with the ban hammer. Alrighty, so it looks like the overall market is trying to push up, looking a little bit more on the overbought side. Let's see. So we got 144.40. Can we hold up above that? Nope. Testing, breaking below, pulling back, and it's a little bit difficult to see on TQQQ. I'll try to make this a little bit bigger. So that does not look any better. But on /NQ, I know a lot of you guys might not have access to this ticker. If it might be formatted a different way. If you have a different trading platform, it might look a little bit different. But you guys can see that based off of previous highs. You guys might be asking, Ricky, why are you like selling your TQ's position? Well, I hope that the market continues to push up, but my trades, I don't want them to be based off of hope, right? I know that based off of recent patterns, it's been getting rejected. You see 11,920. It's been getting rejected there. It's been getting rejected around that general area, around that general area, around that general area. So that's why I decide to potentially cut, lock in profits here. So it's time to sell my position on TQs. Here it goes. So at 147, let's see if we can get filled. That was a horrible fill. I should have used a limit order. Dang it. So that was at 62. So 144.62. That was really bad. That was only 50 shares if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, 50 shares. So, and we got Tesla with a really strong push right now. So a quick little update for you guys on my BABA position. So I know a lot of you guys have been asking for how this one's been going. I'm still going long on this one. I'm down 344 since I bought it. And I want to explain to you. So this is not a stock that I'm day trading. I've been holding this and buying more even as it sells off. It's one that I feel comfortable with. It's not something that I encourage for anyone. But you might be asking, Ricky, why would you be okay with buying something and be down on it? It's because of the upside versus the downside. It aggressively sold off due to, again, regulatory, just like what it's going through as of right now. It might be restricted, right? And that's the news of that those regulatory restrictions that are potentially going to be put into effect acted as a negative catalyst. Of course, it's unfortunate news. Of course, it could continue to drop, and that's definitely something that you need to take into consideration. But it's so oversold. If you guys look at it before on how it was trading, I mean, if I'm not mistaken, BABA. I don't want to like toot its own horn, but it's pretty much the Amazon of China, right? And it's huge. I mean, I've purchased stuff through Alibaba multiple times, right? And you guys can see that there's higher highs and higher lows, a very consistent and healthy uptrend pattern. They've been absolutely killing it in every single way possible. And guess what? Unfortunate news, pulls back the stock based off of where it's at right now. I'm not even saying if it returns to previous highs. That's a 20% return. I'm not saying that. I'm saying even if it returns to the SMA line, which is a previous support level, which could act as a new resistance level, that's a 12% potential return. Of course, not every trade is perfect, very rarely. And with that being said, I would say that even if I capture 7% of that, 8% of that, 12%, I would be more than happy. And again, my position size is something that isn't too aggressive, but it's enough skin in the game that I feel comfortable. I wanted to explain it to you guys on why I decided to, go long on certain positions. So /NQ is looking a little bit more on the overbought side. What do you guys think? You think it's bound to pull back? You see some pullback potential on this? Do you think it's time to jump into SQs? So do you recommend long-term investing, the SM, or do you recommend trading for beginners? I would definitely say trading comes at a greater form of risk. I'm not here to sugarcoat it. I'm not here to sell a dream, nothing like that. Like trading, when you try to make more money within a shorter period of time in any way possible, right? There's always a greater form of risk. Is it possible? Of course. People do it all the time. There's always, people that are focusing on just trading itself. You just have to take into consideration, can you run before you learn how to walk? I think investing and learning the concepts and just fundamentals are super important. So if you want to start by learning how to invest and then scale up to trading when and if you feel comfortable, be honest with yourself. You have nothing but time. Why are you trying to make it or break it? Especially more now than ever before. People are freaking out, and trust me, I don't want the states to go back into another pandemic, right? Not another pandemic, another, kind of shutdown, another quarantine. But it really bothered me when people throughout this entire shutdown didn't really do much with all that extra free time. You guys have so much free time when we're put under quarantine. And that is the thing. It's just asking yourself, it's if you're not going to be learning how to trade, if you're not going to be learning how to invest, that's fine. I'm all for it. I know that we're all wired in different ways. I just want to encourage you to do something productive for your future self, right? We have that saying within our group of do something today that your future self will thank you for. And if that's learning how to trade or learning how to invest because you see value in it and you're intrigued by it, then why not? What's the worst that can happen? You can open up a paper trading account. You can, it's free, right? You can practice what it is that you learn. There's so many ways on how you can get started. It is literally just a bunch, if you don't start and it takes you 5 months to convince yourself, right? Then it's really just, it depends on how bad you want it. That's the only way I can put it. You should never have to be convinced to do something, especially not a market like this. This market's difficult enough that if you don't want it, then don't even start, right? So for the coupons that we have down below, the $50 off, if you're well, maybe I have time for it. If you maybe have time for it, don't even sign up. I'm not even joking, because I'm not going to be here to tell you where to buy and to tell you where to sell. I'm not here to sugarcoat anything. I'm here to trade live every morning, explain what I see value in, why I'm buying, why I'm selling, why I'm cutting losses, the mistakes that I made, the profits that I make. And that's it, right? And then you have access to the 7+ hours of the course, but it's still up to you to make it happen. And if you don't have that self-determination, if you're not instilled with that, intrinsic motivation, I'm not here to convince you. I'm here to work with people that want it, right? So how much time does it take to learn intraday trading? Again, that's a horrible question. How long does it take to learn how to become a real estate agent? I don't know, right? It depends. It's situational. It's different for everyone. There's people that are quick learners. There's people that, it can take years. There's people that can learn in a couple of months. We're all wired in different ways. If you're asking hey, maybe this is worth my time, again, don't even do it. It's you either want it or you don't. That's simple, right? And then once you're done with this, right, the concepts that you learn, guess what? People always love to ask, why do I partake in different markets? Why do I invest in real estate? Why did I invest in a car dealership? Because again, we always want to learn more. We always want to do more. And it's what else am I going to do with my time? Am I going to just sit back and watch Netflix? Yeah, I'd love to, right? If I'm on a date, if I have nothing better to do. But you guys are young. You guys are hustling, right? This is the time that you guys should dedicate to making it happen. So, alrighty. So the MACD looks good. You guys can see that the MACD is forming an overall reversal. The RSI looks decent. I'm going to go in with 500 shares. We are testing the EMA line. There it goes. So I'm going to go in with 500 shares. Bada bing, bada boom. And again, this still does not mean that it is time to buy for you. This is just where I'm personally buying. So we're showing, there it goes. Nice little push up. So showing signs of reversal. Nice. All right, so just like expected, /NQ was a little bit more on the overbought side. Now this thing is pulling back, which is in my favor because I went into the inverse ETF. There it goes. That's actually very aggressive. I did not expect it to pull back that hard. I love that. I love that question, Andrew. I mean, I saw it. I don't know who removed it. Ismail removed it. Andrew, if someone were to ask you how long does it take to learn how to trade, it's situational. It's different for everyone. So for you to even say that comment, just proof to show for your, it's ironic you sent out that message, if you know what I mean. But yeah. All right, here we go. All right, so it looks like /NQ is building a support right around the middle VWAP. Let's see. All right. I'm going to get my order ready. I didn't buy enough, and that's the unfortunate part. So I'm going to put 100% of my shares SQQQ, which is an ETF, and I'm going to put a limit order to sell. I'm just going to lock it in. You guys might be asking, Ricky, why are you selling it now? Well, last time it bounced right around this middle VWAP, this purple line. Do you guys see right here? So I never know an exact price point, but I'm okay with letting it go, and I'm going to send it with a market order. So there it goes. I just sent it at 119.61 is where I sold SQs at. So there it goes. And it's still pushing up, which is great to see. So I didn't do anything crazy with that one. That was $51. But now SQs is a little bit more on the oversold side. So I'm going to buy just a little bit of SQs just to get some skin in the game. So let's buy a little bit of SQs. It's at a general support range based off of recent patterns. And if it's not, then this is why we watch our position size. This is why it's so important to, it's not just because I have, let's say, $50,000 in my trading account that I'm going to put all $50,000 there right now. I could approach it that way. I could approach it in a much more aggressive way, but the day just started. I'm still becoming comfortable with how the market is moving. And if it doesn't go according to plan, then guess what? This is my main focus, right? It's risk management. And if things don't go according to plan, and if I only have 50 shares of 143, right? It's about $7,000. I can easily cut losses on that. And the loss will be minimal. So you mean TQs, not SQs. Oh, I'm sorry. Did I say, oh, you guys are all correcting me. Thank you. No, I appreciate it. Yeah, definitely. I'm buying TQs. Yeah. I'm speaking so much and I'm talking so quickly right now that I think I'm catching myself off. So here it goes. Testing middle VWAP. Let's see if we actually get the confirmation. What do you mean by that, Anto? By good margin? Like, do you mean like actual margin, or do you mean like profit margin? Like how much upside versus how much downside? What's going on, Sylvia? Hello, hello. I'm trying to look out for your message. I'll try to look out for it. So. Yeah, are you asking me how I feel about margin trading? So Ricky, how are you? I was trying to purchase your class online with the link below, but it's not letting me. Could you help me? I don't know if you need to refresh. I don't know if the 10 spots have filled, but you can refresh your screen and it should be the first link down below. It says like $50 off. You guys can I'm pretty sure it works. I tested it right before we went live. There it goes. So I added an additional 50 shares. There it goes. Nice little push. A little push up for the boys. Here it goes. Market's pushing back up. So again, looking out for potential resistance level around this general area. Let's see if we make it. Oh shoot, I wasn't even paying attention to it. Right now we're at the SMA line. So we'll see if we can even push above this. It works. Okay. So according to my understanding, it should be working. Any tips on trader psychology on how to stay confident? I love that question. I think that has a lot, like, it's not just confidence, but wanting to like come back and continue to learn. One of my biggest encouragements is, and I know this because like I've been in your same position. How many of you right now are just like a sponge and like falling asleep to how-to videos on YouTube? You're just watching every video that you can because you're so excited about it, right? Do you get what I mean? And it's so important to stay true to that. If you're really just inspired and motivated to get started and learn how to trade, then I would really encourage you to not overdo it. You want to still keep that excitement. You know, when you do something over and over again, and if you do it for such a long period of time and you don't get that, ooh, do you guys see this? And you don't get that monetary reward right away, which most likely won't happen right away. Profit margin. Yeah, I'll answer your question in just a little bit. Then one of the things that will happen is if you do something for a short period of time, but you obsess about it and dedicate hours, but you do it like consistently, and then you don't see that return that you were expecting, you're just gonna like be turned off by that idea, right? You're just gonna no longer want to do it. You're gonna be less motivated. So I would encourage you to, keep it spicy, as in like limit yourself on how much time you dedicate to learn to an extent, right? And also understand the idea that you are learning how to trade. So it's not about how much money am I comfortable trading. It's, why not paper trade, or why not trade with $100 or $500 and only buy one share of a stock every single time that you see an opportunity? Because when things don't go according to plan, which it's going to have, you're going to make so many mistakes when you're just getting started. Like, there's no other way to put it. And how do you remain confident? Well, even if you think about it, even if you buy and take, because you're under the PDT rule, if you day trade 3 times and let's say each one is a loss, but you bought only one share, I mean, you're learning, right? And yeah, it sucks that you took 3 losses, but the dollar amount that you lost is irrelevant, right? It's so insignificant that you're still motivated to learn how to trade. Watch that position size, limit yourself on what it is that you choose to trade, and have fun with it. Embrace the challenge. Let's be honest. It's like, I think that we can all say this. Think back in your life. It's the most challenging things in life that when you accomplish them, that follow with the most fulfillment. It's not the easy things, right? It's like you when you do something and it's super easy for you, you're like, whatever. When someone gives you $100, you're more likely to freely spend it. When you work hard for your money and you get that first job, you're more likely to either reinvest it or save it, or save it for a rainy day. Do you get what I mean? So and back for my buddy's comment, I think it was profit margin. So this is something that we talk about within the course. It's called the golden ratio. It's the risk to reward ratio. So how much upside versus how much downside. Everyone's golden ratio is different. For 1% of a downside, you can have a 3% upside, right? A lot of people focus on that due to the PDT rule. So you can take 2 bad trades and lose 2% if you manage your risk accordingly, but only one needs to go according to plan for you to make the 3% if it goes according to plan and still end the week on a green note. It's really dependent on what it is that I'm trading. When it comes down to my long-term positions, they have to be a little bit larger than my day trades. I day trade so much that the margins don't have to be as big, but I'm much quicker to cut losses, and I also keep my position size much smaller. So choppy ass market. No, it is a choppy day for sure. Let's see what we're up so far. 600, and there it goes. It's pulling back already. I'm gonna have to reduce. Can you guys, like, with all due respect, I'm not going to trade NIO. I can promise you. It's cool. It's a super hyped up stock. Like I think it's absolutely amazing for those that continue to hold it. It has up and coming earnings, and I can promise you, I will not trade it. I wish you nothing but the best with it. I hope that it continues to push up, but this thing just reminds me of that, like, what was that company? The Helium or HYLD, something like that. That was the same type of stock. It reminds me of like Nikola, right? Where they hype it up and then it just crashes when the hype is no longer present. I wish you nothing but the best. I hope it continues to go up. Yeah, I know it's like a China EV company, but 100%. I think it's amazing. I'm not here to bash it. I'm just here to, I think there's so much hype behind it. I personally do not care to trade it. And I hope that's okay. We can all see value in different ways and still respect it. So I wish you nothing but the best with it. But I just wanted to get that over with because you keep spamming the chat. So yeah, so NIO is way too far into the run to get in now. It's like the hype train has left, right? It's now just, it's chewing up the mountain, but there's only so much gas it has now. But I'm excited to follow up with it, and I wish you nothing but the best. I hope that you have an exit plan if it pulls back, decide to lock in profits at a certain amount. So excited to follow up with it. All right, so this was a pretty solid pullback on /NQ. Let's see if we find a support level here. So Ricky, would it be a bad idea to strictly focus on SQs every day? Well, first off, SQs is a descending ETF, right? Because the overall market is very bullish. I'm gonna have to reduce my position size on this. The overall market is very bullish. So with that being said, you need to be very, very careful when you're trading something that goes against the overall market. Of course, if the market is selling off and you want to focus on SQs, then that makes a little bit more sense. Would I only focus on SQs, big picture? No, not at all. It would be actually the opposite, where I would focus more on TQs as the market tends to be more bullish than it does bearish. But you get what I mean, right? So here it goes, and it just broke below that support range. So it sucks. It sucks to have to cut losses, but let's see where I'm at. That was a solid one. So I gave back about $150 on that trade. Alrighty. Oh, and it found a support level right where I sold it. How much did I sell right now? Sold 100. I thought I sold 70. Wow. Ricky, why don't you use Lightspeed? And I don't, because I like TD Ameritrade. Dude, this thing is killing me. Let's see. There's lessons to be learned. Thank you for teaching those who want to learn. Of course, Christina. I appreciate you tuning on in. Thank you for your time. So, alrighty. Let's see what we got going on. So this is a good one. So, okay. So Gonzalo, I think one of the reasons that people, and again, I don't know exactly what it is that you're doing, right? But you're saying that you tend to sell pretty quickly and then it feels bad, right? One of my biggest pieces of advice is I tend to be uncertain. Like when I sell a position maybe too early or too late, more too early is because I'm like just very uneasy, right? I'm very emotional at the moment, and usually what brings out emotion is your position size. At the end of the day, if you were to ask yourself, again, with the very simple idea, if you were to buy one share of a stock, just one, not 100, not 10, not $100 worth of it, literally just one share of it. And if you buy one share and you see an opportunity, I'm going to cut losses here, I'm going to set my stop loss here, I'm going to give it a cushion, but I'm going to set my alerts here and then lock in profits here, right? You're more likely to follow through with that plan. So I would maybe watch your position size and, focus on what's important, and that's actually learning. So, Ricky, why do people ask relevant questions? I don't know. We have so many people tuning in, so many beginners, that I have to try to be a little bit more understanding today, I guess, more than normal. But yeah, no, beginners get excited and they're all over the place, and this is why it's so important that I didn't want to sugarcoat it. I wanted to talk about the risk of the market, that it's not easy, that it is challenging, that we're not here to convince you. We're simply here to work with people that are problem solvers, not people that are problems, right? So, alrighty. Let's see. PTON's overall market is pulling back as of right now. We got Tesla pulling back quite a bit. So who's long on Tesla? Let's see a show of hands. So as of right now, overall market is getting rejected. Tesla's getting rejected, making lower lows and lower highs as well. And PTON is doing a very similar thing where it's almost getting rejected off of this SMA line. Actually should have paid more attention to that. I didn't see the SMA line. I was looking at it at the 180-day chart, and it broke above the EMA line, but today it's pulling on back. So it is unfortunate to see, but it's part of the game. It's part of the game. So long on Tesla, yeah, we just have to watch our position size. If you are investing big picture long term, then it shouldn't scare you, right? When something pulls back, it sucks. Trust me, it sucks when something pulls back 1% and you bought yesterday, right, or something like that. But big picture, you're not in the market to sell Tesla today. So how much it's up or how much it's down today, next week, a month from now, shouldn't necessarily matter, as your intentions are to hold long-term due to long-term growth and potential. So I'm excited to follow up with it. Ricky, do you swing over weekends? So I don't really swing trade, Sebastian. I focus much more on either just day trading the ETFs that I have, or I will go long on a position, right? So I'm long on Tesla, meaning I'm not gonna just buy it today and then sell it on Monday. I'm buying it today and I plan to sell it months or years from now. So it's a different intention. I think swing trading is amazing. I think that you should understand the idea of what swing trading is. Swing trading is that you see an opportunity, right? We're deal hunters. We see opportunities, and that's what we seek. So a swing trade should be that, hey, I see a position, an opportunity where I can buy something, hold it for a number of days because of the upside potential and the way that it's currently trading. Not because I went in for a day trade, it didn't go according to plan, so now I'm holding over the weekend. That's a horrible thing to do. That's a bad thing to do. When it comes down to, if your intention was to swing trade, then it makes a little bit more sense in that aspect. So, do you still have COVID? No. So I would hope not. It's been like a month and a half. So, alrighty. So is Tesla a buy on these levels? I'm not here to tell you what to buy and what to sell. If you don't see value in it, you don't see value in it, right? I'm never here to convince you to buy or sell a stock. If you're asking that question, just by you asking that question, and this is what I'm taking from that, we have during our daily live trading sessions with our Learn Plan Profit group, they know not to ask, Ricky, should I buy this stock? Or Ricky, should I sell this stock? Why are you asking another person where you should buy or sell? If you yourself cannot determine what makes a good buy, what makes a good sell, and where you should manage your risk, you should have never taken that position. That simple. It's like right as you're about to buy a stock. Let's end it with this, because I think we're at 40 minutes, and I don't want to take too much of your guys's Fridays. It's Friday the 13th, and I'm sure that you guys have a lot of exciting plans. I don't take too much of your guys' time. I just want to remind you that it all comes to, calculated risk. And if you are someone that is not informed enough, nor are you someone that is prepared enough, then you're just setting yourself up for failure. If you're buying a stock and you do not have a plan on an idea of where you're buying, where you're selling, and where you're cutting losses, and a why for every one of those, then you are not ready to take advantage of that opportunity. That's simple. So there's so much it is that you need to learn. That's why we have 2,000 videos on YouTube, right? And I know that's a lot of videos, and that's why then people love to ask, well, what's different from your YouTube videos and the course? Well, you can either try to go through 2,000 videos and the years of content, or you can go through the course. It's structured, straight to the point, and I cover everything in an organized fashion. Do you need a course? Of course not. You don't need anything. You can learn on an error, but you can ask yourself this simple question. Will you lose more money learning on your own than what it costs to enroll in our group, to be a part of a team? That's simple, right? So you can answer that question yourself. And if you like these live trading sessions, the open-ended questions, because the market is always changing, and us being able to answer your questions in real time, then of course, that is what we're here to do. We're here to work with people that see value in us and that are willing to work hard. We're not here to hold your hand. We're not here to tell you what to do. I want to be super cut and dry with this. I need to make sure that you understand how important it is to have that self-determination. So I am getting feedback that my audio is cutting off. Let's see. All right. So do you see value in Alibaba? Well, I wouldn't be long on that position for no reason, but just because I see value in it does not mean that you should. So appreciate you, Junior. I like it. So I'm from the UK. I'm looking to join LPP and would like to know if being in the UK will have any issues. One of the biggest things before you sign up, I would, you're still able to trade our markets. You're not, if I'm not mistaken, able to trade ETFs. So that's something to take into consideration. I would look into interactive brokers instead of trying to use TD Ameritrade, and see if you can partake with interactive brokers. It's a very popular and reputable trading platform. And get all that figured out. And when and if you feel like you are ready, feel free to message me on Instagram. Feel free to message me on Discord. We have this sale going on today. It was just because you guys asked us to host this mid-month free live trading. You don't have to sign up today. It's that simple. It's for those that want to join us at the start of next week on Monday. We'd love to have you. 10 spots, $50 off. If you don't feel like you're ready or you have questions, shoot me a direct message on Instagram. I have one Instagram account. Just let's make it simple. And I have like 171,000 followers. So yeah, that's really just it. As of right now, TQs is still pulling back. Tesla, if I'm not mistaken, is still pulling back. PTON is pulling back. Overall market is pulling back. So it's not looking like a very, very good day for Friday the 13th, but we're enjoying it and we're here to make it happen. So thank you for a minute. Oh, okay. I appreciate that. Thank you. All right. I'm trying to read any last minute questions. So do you trade options? All right, let's get that one out of the question. I was surprised that one didn't get asked today too often. I do not trade options. So if you're asking or you're intrigued to learn more about trading options and you're potentially wanting to join LPP, again, I do not trade options. What it is that you saw today are pretty much what I focus on. I focus on my 2-day trades, TQs and SQs. I have my long positions, stocks, reputable companies that I'm investing in long term, and then I answer questions in real time. You get access to the course for a lifetime, and you get access to our Discord chat for a lifetime, and of course this daily live trading session. So are you dialed in? We're always dialed in. So do you ever short? I do not. There's no reason for me to short when there's an inverse ETF, right? So if I'm in SQs, whew, excuse me. I'm gonna drink some water. There we go. So Workhorse, yeah, Workhorse is another hype stock. That I'm comfortable saying that about Workhorse because Workhorse is ridiculous. Name of indicators that you are using. I have a list of indicator videos. So I have top 4 indicators. You can search it up on YouTube. It's the #1 video, and I explain it all in the course as well. So, how long are the LPP sessions? They're every day. They're every day, and they're at least 30 minutes. They can go from 30 minutes to an hour, depending on what we're doing or what we're talking about. And we have open-ended conversations. Not only do I talk about my trades, but I provide them with like exclusive updates. The properties that I'm investing in, the different things that I have going on beyond just trading. As a lot of you guys know, that trading only takes up a very small amount of my time throughout my entire day. So yeah, I mean, that's really just it. So if you guys have any other questions, please do not hesitate to message me on Instagram as nicely as possible. I only have one Instagram account. There's so many fake ones out there. I don't trade Bitcoin. I don't manage your money, nothing like that. There's so many fake ones out there that will message you first. I can promise you, I will never message you first. I can promise you. So if you have questions, I think the link is down below. You can message me on Instagram or you can message me on Discord. I never message you first on any platform. Any platform. So if you ever get a message that looks a little weird, I would encourage you to take a screenshot and simply send it to me. The reason I'm saying this is because there's so many fake accounts out there that will like manage your money or Forex or crypto or options. I don't do any of that. I trade live. I only work with the Learn Plan Profit group, and you have to message me first if you want to work together. It's simple, right? I'd be more than happy to engage with you, but I need to know who it is that you are. Right? So I really do appreciate your guys' time. I hope and wish you guys nothing but an amazing Friday and productive weekend. For those that are signing up with the $50 off, again, that's that first link down below. You guys can refresh your screen if you don't see it. And going forward, I'm very excited. There's a lot of inconsistencies going on with the market. There's a lot of news being shared right now. And with that being said, I think that's why it's so important to, be a part of a community that can assist you in staying cool, calm, and collected. So I appreciate your guys' time. And like always, let's make sure that we end the year on a green note. Take it easy, team.